Welcome to Inside Raceland Football, live on Kool TV. Over the next hour, James Collier will visit with Raceland Rams head coach Mike Salmons and players to discuss the 2025 Rams season in their quest toward another return trip to Kroger Field. Now, here's your host of Inside Raceland Football, the voice of the Rams, James Collier.
And welcome inside Raceland Football alongside Mike Salmons. I'm James Collier. Playoffs, round number 2 as we get going. First off, I want to, Coach, I love that intro. You know, it just gives an awesome time to really kind of showcase what the kids do and highlights that we've had throughout the year and stuff like that. And it's something, you know, I don't think you can say that it's too long. It's one of those, I think it's just right.
Yeah, you know, what are we, week 12, I guess?
Yeah.
Or I guess 11 and I guess there's actually 11 and 5. There's actually 16 weeks to high school football in KHSAA, so I guess we're going into 13 here. And so
we don't talk about week 0.
No.
There's no such thing as week 0.
That gets everybody perplexed. But, you know, certainly our kids have, obviously the bye week was one thing, but, you know, 2 bye weeks, I guess. But, you know, there's been a lot to celebrate, right? Yeah. And so good to showcase those kids and multitude of different kids doing different things. And obviously we're really excited about the regular season we had, but, you know, obviously really anxious to move forward in the playoffs.
It was a fun week around practice. Monday felt like December. You know, we had snow flying around. I saw some of the pictures, and it's not often in this area that you get to practice football when the snow's flying. And usually when you're doing that, you're talking about you're making a super deep run in the postseason. You guys get to play a postseason game, but Old Man Winter made an early visit here for us. And again, when you feel the snow, the cold and stuff, you know you're playing for meaningful football.
Yeah, maybe November, I guess November 10th was a tad bit early, maybe. Maybe before that, we have practiced in the snow in the past, but typically been a little bit later than, you know.
Usually Reedy Turkey were doing that.
Yeah, second round of the playoffs. But, you know, our guys had good spirit. Obviously, it's kind of crazy today being Wednesday. I think the temperature right now is like 50 degrees, and it felt like a heat wave. And it was very windy today and breezy, but, you know, Monday was obviously had a little chill in the air. Tuesday was a little better, but it was also very windy. But that's playoff football, right? Things you can't control and things you can. Conditions are not one of those things you can't control. But, you know, I told you last week, I feel like our guys in the bye week had a good spirit, and I think that carried over into this week, and our leadership has been strong. Not extremely vocal. That's not who they are, but just been real businesslike, and, you know, they know what's at stake. They don't have to be reminded. They know what's at stake. They know the standard, and I think they're really excited to get back out there. And, you know, it's been 14 days. It will be 14 days since we played a game, and so I think they're excited to probably, you know, get away from me and make sure I'm away from the field so many yards and I'm not allowed to be on it, and you know, to go on and play forward and move forward and get the journey started. And
it's something, you know, you look back to 14 days ago, the last time you guys played, I think many would feel, especially on the offensive side, maybe they didn't put their best foot forward that night, and kind of anxious to get out there and kind of get that bad taste out of their mouth, and obviously tired of looking across the other side and seeing orange helmets at the same time.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit to that. You know, didn't put our best foot forward. You know, first of all, you know, East Carter had a lot to do with that. I've been very complimentary to Coach Champlin in this program. They had an outstanding year. I'm very unfortunate, you know, last week what happened to them. I thought they'd really advance, and actually, unfortunately, I feel like some of the weather played into them. You know, I really do. But, you know, we felt like we played well that night at Grayson. We really did. Defensively, we were good. Held them under 200 yards. Held their stud running back under 100 yards. Moved the ball essentially up and down the field. You know, had almost 350 yards of offense. There's that one line there about turnovers, and we just turned the ball over. We're -3 on turnovers. We did convert the one turnover we were able to create. We converted into a score, which was a big part of the game. But we just want our best with ball security, and so I think that's kind of the taste, kind of the learning point, and one of the things we really try to focus on the last week and a half, and it will be 2 weeks going into Friday, and those things are going to happen. There are going to be turnovers over the next month. You know, if we're fortunate enough to play that long, but you know, 4 of them on the road. Typically does not equate victory on the scoreboard, and so very fortunate for that. Our defense really picked us up that night, and something we can learn from, and something I think our guys are really anxious to get back out there and you know, put that in the rear view.
Something else, anxious to get back home. It's been a while since we've been home. Yeah. You know, last time we played at home was Paris. It's been almost a month ago. So again, only 4 home regular season games this year on the schedule because of the way things lined up, but an opportunity to get back under the Friday night lights here when Nicholas kind of goes in Friday night.
Yeah, so I think our last home game was October 17th. and our next home game is November 14th. So essentially 28 days, Friday to Friday. We were hoping to be 21. Obviously, we didn't get to play last week, only having 4 home games, and really credit to our guys to be able to earn that RPI home throughout. We thought would give us some more home games, and as long as we're able to be successful and handle the task at B, we'll be able to play at home. And so that's motivating in itself, right? You get a chance to play at home in front of your home crowd, walk right out the building, and you're there. And the guys that maybe have been road warriors. We've had 2 close home games and 4 not close home games. Gives you a chance to play on your home turf, and I think our guys really relish in that moment, and I'm really excited to get started on Friday.
What's been the kind of the pulse of the team this week through practice? Again, opponent that you played some 21 days ago in a game up in Carlisle, but again, it's a nameless opponent at this point because every opponent is the one that's trying to stop your season.
Yeah, right. I mean, we want to try to make sure we played our standard, and it's not really coach speak. That's really what it's about. Can we be the best version of us? Nicholas County been a long-time district opponent of Raceland, and I've always said you're not really a Raceland football player unless you make a trip to Carlisle, and that goes through our heritage of our program going all the way back to districts in 1975. We have a lot of respect for them and what they do. One of the smallest, I think I fact-checked this last time, on the smallest county playing school in the state, and I think I'm going to find out it was number 2.
It was number 2. Ron Keaton hooked us up with number 1.
Yeah, Fulton County, I do believe, and I'm not for sure, but they may have actually withdrew from the playoffs. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, just a challenge in itself because they're going to try to run the ball, and they're going to make the game short, or attempt to make the game short. And when you get into playoff football, those things sometimes can be a recipe for success, right? And so we got to make sure we control the line of scrimmage and try to do some things there to give us an advantage. And when we do get the ball on offense, we have to take advantage of opportunities. But, as far as our spirit, I think, our guys are in a good place. We're healthy. One thing we've kind of learned as a staff over this past decade, or maybe even the last 5 to 6 years, when you make these deep runs, the team that wants to keep playing, the team that's having fun, most of the time is the one that advances. And we've kind of had to learn that about not really trying to, for so many years, you'd really try to run your team hard, push them hard, and get all you could out of them, squeeze all out of them, and getting around one of the playoffs. Well, that's a little different. It's different setup now, a different setup for us, different expectations for us. And so we want to continue to climb. We want to continue to climb that mountain. We want to play our best when our best is required. And that day is coming, but it's not here yet.
You look at overall on the season, offensively, some numbers that kind of stand out here. Stiltner was named the Player of the Year this week for the district. 1,122 yards, rushing 19 touchdowns, averaging over 112 a game. And easily that number could probably exceed 1,500 yards because there's been several games when his limited number of touches have taken those numbers south. And even that, he still found a way to get 100-yard rushing games.
Yeah, Landon has been outstanding. Obviously, he'd be the first to talk about our offensive line and those guys, what they've been able to do for him. But the growth that Landon's had, not just with the ball in his hands, but when the ball is not in his hands, and when the ball is in his hands, but also his vision and his cutting and his explosiveness, the biggest thing. And he would also tell you this, he's been able to stay healthy. And that's one of the reasons that his carries are, kind of where they're at is, we started this thing with the goal of playing 15 games. And our goal hasn't changed. And last year we went through this and he wasn't healthy. And that changed our football team. And so we wanted to make sure, and a credit to him. It's not so much us as a staff, what we've done, and we have done some things to try to, keep him fresh, but it's more credit to him and what he's done with his body care to be able to get to this point. And I think what's special about our team with our stats, not a really big stat guy, and I've told you that. I tell Jake all the time, our quarterback is, like Tom Brady's evaluated on one thing. That's the Super Bowl rings. That's how that works, wins and losses. But, we have a 1,000-yard rusher and 2 500-yard rushers. I'm assuming that type of balance is probably not seen throughout the Commonwealth. Doesn't even talk about Jake's numbers. He's got, I think, 20 touchdowns.
3 interceptions.
3 picks and, over 1,500 yards, I believe. And, just an outstanding year offensively for us and outstanding defensively as well. But we've just been more explosive, and I think that's shown. And Obviously, we're going to have some explosive plays to keep this thing rolling 4 more Fridays.
You talk about your offensive line. Jake Littoral named Lineman of the Year, and a kid that has literally played meaningful minutes for you guys all season long at all 3 positions, including when you lose your center, he slides from guard right and from tackle right into center and keeps the ball rolling.
Yeah, Jake is one of our seniors in the offensive line. We kind of been playing 4 seniors up there at times. Just kind of depends on what the rotation is. But Jake's a kid who's really come through our program all the way through, and definitely started for 2.5 years. And this year, the service to the team from him has just been outstanding. Just so selfless. We liked him at tackle, still do. We played tackle for a while. Then we need some help at guard. We moved to guard, and then we lost Carson for a game, so we moved him into center. And so now we kind of have a rotation going where he plays tackle, center, guard. Every game. And so he's just really valuable. He knows exactly what we're trying to do and where guys are trying to be. And you got some guys coming on here later, one offensive lineman that some injuries kind of made us a little reshuffle some things there, if you will. We've had obviously a production season up there with a lot of bodies, but we had to kind of reshuffle some things and work some things through with some injuries. And just really proud of Landon and Jake both receiving the district award. And like I tell our team all the time, individual awards come when the team has success. That's what drives individual awards. I don't care if you're talking NFL. I don't care if you're talking, college football. I know you're a baseball guy. I don't know if they've done any baseball postseason awards yet. Have they given any?
Rookies of the year.
And
managers of the year.
No MVPs.
Not yet.
No pitching. Okay, so I don't know who that's going to be, but I'm going to guess it's going to be from some team in the playoffs. Probably the guy from the Mariners who was in the championship series, I do believe, or the Blue Jays, or the Dodgers, or the Yankees. All these teams are in the playoffs. The teams that have the most success get the most individual awards. That's how it works. They don't. No offense to teams that don't have a lot of success, but I don't know. The worst team in baseball was the Chicago White Sox, so they're probably not going to have many individual awards. That's just the reality of it. And so our team has really bought into that. And the last few years, our program has changed tremendously when we've went team first, and guys have bought into that and just serving each other and really being happy when someone else gets success, just as if it was them. And those 2 guys epitomize that. And obviously, those 2 guys have to have big postseasons for us to accomplish our goals.
Well, one that not to overshadow any, but there's one other award we got to talk about: Coach of the Year for you. Again, I know it's something you kind of scoff at and push it off to the side, but one of the best teams that you've had while you've been here, balanced-wise, offensively, defensively, and it's the reflection of where this program has come and gone in your tenure here in Raceland.
Yeah, well, again, teams that have success get individual awards, and I think that's reflected in that. And obviously, we have an outstanding staff. Those guys in the room next door to me are tremendous. They put a lot of time and effort in this. Those things are staff awards, and like I told our staff, and I told Landon and Jake, look, there'll be more awards that come. This is just the tip of it. This is just starting, and particularly if we're able to achieve our ultimate goal, and those are byproducts of success. And so, really proud of our kids and our program. That's from administration all the way down to the water boy, down to the JFL guy. It takes all of us pulling the boat in the same direction. And I felt like that momentum in the last few years has really been strong. And we're really excited to see where we can take this thing in 26.
A special year, as we've talked about throughout your season 100. And again, that's one that people don't remember season 97. They don't remember season 50. They remember season 100. And there's a team down the road that you guys used to play a lot. It used to be a district opponent. And don't see them anymore, but Paintsville. They managed to get their only state championship on their 100th season back in the COVID year. And it's something that you put something like that around the monument of the 100th season, it just makes it even more special.
Yeah, our kids have really, bought into that. We have a 100-year sticker right here on our helmets. If you notice this year, we've done no individual awards, all the bit about the team. A little retrofit with the ram horn here. And really just tried to pull all of our resources, all the community, and all those past 99 teams with us. Some still with us in person, some with us in spirit. But nonetheless, when we take the field, all the Rams are with us. And so that's been a strong, powerful force. And I think that's motivated us throughout the year. I think that will be a big motivation factor as we move forward into the playoffs. into the second season, if you will, or the real season, or the season that really makes teams become remembered. And season 100 will be remembered, just like season 99 was, where it ends. And so our guys are really motivated by that and really excited. And I think having these home playoff games will really bring the community behind us. Again, I'm sure, I apologize to everybody for having all the road games. It's just the way it is, and it's simply how the scheduling dynamics work. But I am grateful and glad that we're able to earn these playoff home games. We got to make sure we take care of business, and I'm expecting, all those Rams to be out there with us.
The big thing that you look at with where you are, and you talk about the community support, you go back to the Hall of Fame ceremony, and every single one of those players, former players that spoke about, they talked about how special, from one guy that was all the way back in the 70s to a young kid that was out of here 10 years ago. I mean, it was always about the connection to the community here at Raceland. Yeah,
and I've used all my lines before, but this is not a destination place. You grow up here, and this is what you know. We have a four-way, red light down there, and a railroad that runs sometimes, not as often as it should or used to, and a football team, and maybe the order of importance is out of order there. But our guys just really rally around the community, and the community rallies around the school and the football team. And this school is the heartbeat of this community, particularly in a day and time where you can go up and down Highway 23 and see consolidation just run rampant. I was looking at something this week on the KHSAA about out in the western part of the state. I think there's only like 3 or 4 Class A schools west of Elizabethtown. I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
That's right.
And so think about that. That's Elizabethtown, maybe middle of the state, maybe a little farther west. I'm not that good at geographics, but you get all that state runs a long way. I do know that. And you get out there, and there's this consolidation that's come rampant. And so I think says a lot about who we are. How the community supported the school. You can drive up and down 23 and see how the community financially supports our school. And it's no secret. It's a high tax rate to be in this district. But when you have an independent district that has 5 square miles, doesn't have essentially almost zero infrastructure, and limited housing, that's what you get. But you can also see that our dollars directly reflected back into our facilities for all of our kids to use. And I'm not just talking football. Look at the brand new state-of-the-art middle school. Mm-hmm. One of the nicer gyms in the 16th region. Both our baseball, softball facilities. Our auxiliary gym over here for cheer and wrestling and softball, and just our weight room across the way. I mean, just unbelievable facilities that our community has helped support. And that's really what makes a place special. And I think when you see that type of support, the kids want to buy into that, give into that, and become part of that. And that's what you see, a give and take with our program and our school, really, as we move forward over the last 100 seasons.
I know one of your destinations for this season is December 5th. That's that first Friday in December, 12 o'clock noon kickoff, playing for the Class A state championship. But the thing that you have always been since I've been around you, when you get into this point, you're playing for another 7 days. Yeah. And right now, you've got 2 days about a day and a half until we get to that point, and you're playing for another 7 days. And that's kind of been the philosophy and the approach that you've taken to the postseason.
Yeah, we got 2 sleeps, and then we lay it on the line. And we got 12 seniors that'll lay it on the line for us, and guys will follow along with them. And obviously, our full intentions are to earn 7 more days together. And our time together is special, but there is a deadline to it. It doesn't run forever. And the 25 team at some point, will never be able to recreate what we had. And that's what makes every year special, is it has their own life, if you will, or their own kind of story. And our guys really prepare and work hard. Our staff works hard in their preparation, and it's 7 days at a time for us as we go through this. And that's not pressure. It's just the way it is. There's no pressure. Pressure is when things are expected of you. We have some expectations, but we don't have no different expectations on November 14th that we had back on July 15th. They were there then. Yeah. And we embraced them then, and we're going to embrace them this week as we try to move forward.
All right, we'll step out for a break. We come back. We got Jorden Stewart and Cade Coldiron, members of the injured reserve, we call them. We'll have them in, have some fun with them. Then Coach will come back in, and we'll break down things coming up for Friday night against Nicholas County. That's as we continue here on Inside Raceland Football on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewis, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products at an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe that strong communities begin with strong partnerships, and that starts with trust. Since 1932, we've proudly served the families and businesses of this region because your goals matter, your family matters, and your future should be built on a foundation you can count on and trust. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Borders Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland. When you are hungry and on the go, stop by the Rams Dairy Bar for your next meal. Rams Dairy Bar offers mouth-watering cheeseburgers and hot dogs made any way you like them, with plenty of sides to choose from. Don't forget to grab an ice cream cone to go or a hand-dipped milkshake with a variety of flavors. Rams Dairy Bar also offers a full selection of flavored coffees to get your day moving in the right direction. The next time you're hungry and don't know where to go, swing by the Rams Dairy Bar, proud supporters of Raceland Athletics for over 25 years.
And back here on Inside Raceland Football on Kool TV. Got a few guys with me, the injured reserve we're calling them. I'll let them introduce themselves.
I'm Cade, Coldiron, running back linebacker.
I'm Jorden, Stewart, offensive line.
Stewie, I want to get to you first because I've been waiting for this one. This is last year.
Yeah.
You had a nice dance in the end zone, right down here, didn't you?
Yeah.
It didn't get received too well by Coach, did it?
No.
Do you regret doing it?
For the most part, yeah.
Take me back through the moment, though. You guys had just scored a touchdown. I don't even remember which game it was.
Nicholas County.
Okay, Nicholas County. And somebody told me that on Monday, they're like, did you see Stewie dancing? And I went back and pulled it up. And sure enough, you're right there dancing. I mean, it was little jig that you had. Did you have it planned out already, or just the moment hit you?
So the funny story is I talked with one of my friends that was in the back of the end zone after we scored. And he said, you should do the boom dance. That's what we call it. And so I saw Reister score, and I sprinted down there and stood in front of him and started doing the dancing.
We got to get the boom dance at some point. Have you done the boom dance on the sidelines any this year?
No.
Well, I'm going to talk to Coach so we can get you in for the boom dance one more time.
I got in trouble a couple of times for standing on the field.
Yeah, just a few, right?
Yeah.
What's it? I mean, is it one of those hard parts, like you're there with your team, but you don't feel like you're actually there?
Yeah, it's hard being injured, you know. You take everything for granted when you're not injured, but when you get injured, you realize how quick everything's gone.
Cade, for you, I mean, you've had the injury bug year after year after year. I mean, it just seems like one gets you after another. How frustrating is it for you to continue to get to that point and then something jump up and get you yet again?
Yeah, it's rough, you know. Beginning of the year, you know, you put all that work in, you know, you work out, you be with the team, and you get injured, and you're out for a couple weeks. Then you get back, and you go play a JV game trying to get back in the varsity mix, and tear your ACL, so it's not fun. Just running.
Yeah, both ACLs for both of you guys, right? Yeah. And it's one of those deals of it makes you appreciate what you have when you have it at that moment, right?
Yeah. Coach Salmons, we were at PRP, and he's giving us a little pregame speech, and he says, Stewie and Cade, they got no more chances. Their opportunities are gone. So he's talking about taking it for granted and stuff. You know, that really hit pretty deep with me.
Yeah.
So.
What's the obviously the rehab? I mean, you guys put a lot of time in just to try to get yourselves back for senior year. And again, both of you kind of experiencing the same thing. Stewie, you were before him. How much has he leaned on you for kind of what the expectations are going to be when it comes out?
So he actually got surgery before me somehow.
Yeah.
And I just told him it's rough at first. It's still rough just seeing your friends play, and especially the seniors you're never going to get to play alongside with again, especially after last year. It was fun to play with all my friends, but I just told him God has a plan for everything.
Cade, for you, when you look at this, again, Stewie did his before you, but you had the surgery before him. How much have you guys kind of conversed back and forth going through this process?
Yeah, I remember he was asking me, like, you know, how was it after? It's rough. Those first couple of days were rough. You know, but you'll get through, you know. Yeah. After 2 weeks, you know, it still hurts, but it's not as bad. It's not aching anymore. You're just getting through it, you know?
I've been through knee surgery. I had a meniscus tear, had to do a full rebuild on it. So I know the brace you guys are. That's the greatest thing ever when that thing goes away, right?
I want to throw it off the bridge.
When you think back of the times that you guys have played, though, how much do you use that as your motivation as you go through your rehab process to get yourself back to where you're ready to go for next year?
I use it as a lot of motivation. It kind of fades away. Like I don't remember playing football a lot anymore. It's just so because it's been so long. But I use it as fuel, just trying to get back and get better for next year.
Yeah, Cade.
Yeah, just looking back, you know, the last full season I had was middle school. It was 8th grade. It was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a love for the sport. You want to get back. You want to be with your friends out there playing. So.
Do you see the game differently from having to watch it from the sideline and as you know that especially like being an offensive lineman, seeing what that defenses do and you being a defender of reading what those offenses do you see it in a different angle now?
Yeah, that for sure. I'm staying with Coach Francis most of the time on the sideline, and he always asks me just to look at the one side of the line, he'll look at the other, and we'll just dissect it and just pay attention to each player and figure out what's going on, how to fix it, or just keep doing what they're doing.
Cade, for you, when you're watching the defenses and what they're doing and what you would be doing in that position, I mean, how much does that help you kind of getting those things ready to go?
Yeah, it's a lot. Watching Shannon, he's really good at what he does. And then I got to watch Kenny last year and Jackson Hyten before. And I stand far on the end of the sideline. Don't want to get hurt again. So. No, my luck.
I kid your mom all the time. I call you the boy in the bubble.
Yeah.
I said we're gonna have to protect him one way or the other.
Yeah.
You've had the string of bad luck, obviously. I mean, you kind of have to have that feeling like all of this bad luck that's piled up. There's got to be something special waiting at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I was talking to Dave about it. He's like, it's all happens for a reason, and then you'll run into some good luck eventually.
Yeah, it's frustrating when you have to battle injuries like this, but it's one of those deals. What's the most special memory you have about playing the game of football?
8th grade, we were at Cal for second round of middle school playoffs, and it's like 4th and goal from like the 20 because we've had a couple holding penalties, and we throw a backwards pass to Jonah, and Jonah, like I'm in the backfield, and I run out, and he throws me a ball, and I catch it and score a touchdown in overtime to tie the game, and then Jonah scores 2-point, we win. And it's pretty big, it's a big school.
Yeah.
We're going against a little small school. It's pretty fun.
Stewie, for you?
I think it was the regional game last year, the regional championship, third round of the playoffs against Hazard last year in the locker room when they walked down in the middle of our field, and Coach Huff, when he came in there, he was very mad.
He was fired up.
He was fired up.
Most mad I've seen him.
Yeah, and that was just a funny moment. And we were actually only up 7 at halftime, and then we came out in the second half and on fire and poured it all over them.
Yeah. The coaches in the locker room, who's the one that you gravitate toward the most?
I'd say Coach Salmons. He keeps everyone together. He keeps everyone calm.
I like Trey. Coach Mills.
Coach Mills, yeah.
He's with me at baseball too, so
Okay.
we spent some time together. Yeah.
Give me a funny story about Coach Mills. Little Coach Mills, we'll call him.
Little Coach Mills. Oh, this is a good one. So it's freshman year, and we're in the old high school watching film in the old film room, and we're messing with him. He's a new coach. Having fun with him, and he gets real mad. He's yelling at us, and we had Stephen Pennington in there, Jensen, all those guys just having fun. And he's like, all right, I'm tired of this. On the field. So we're during the 7th period, and I'm injured, of course. I got surgery, so I'm in the end zone doing sit-ups, watching Stewie and the teammates roll down the field. He ended up puking and leaving that day. That was
you don't have that favorite memory of Coach Mills, do you? No. Give me a funny story about Coach Huff.
I remember, I think it was a state game. Yeah, it was a state game my freshman year against Pikeville, and I think they called a holding, I think, and it was not a hold, and he was just giving the ref a mouthful, and he wouldn't let it go, and the ref just wasn't listening at all, and he was still going on and on.
How many times was the word confounded in that mixture of words?
I'd say about 3 or 4 times.
And then dip on the other side of it, right?
Yeah.
And it's the thing when you look back with people like Coach Huff, Coach Lewis, who've been around this thing forever. They bring so much to the table, and they have such a wealth of knowledge that you just want to pipe into and try to get as much of it as you possibly can.
Yeah, me and Coach Huff talk a lot. We go on vacation in the same place, and he always talks to me about the beach, during practice and stuff. He's just a cool guy. I love talking to him. He's full of knowledge. And he coached for my dad, so he always tells me a couple funny stories.
Oh, yeah. That's always fun to brag on your dad, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
What do you like to do away from football?
Typically, I work at IHOP, so that's something I do most in my free time. And then I also like to just spend time with my friends and family and just enjoy the tiny moments before I get out into the real world.
Yeah.
Just being there with my friends and family, basically.
Okay.
I like to golf a lot. That's my thing.
Are you good?
I mean, I wouldn't say I was good, but I'm better than I know how to play a little.
Can you beat your brother?
Some days, yeah.
Okay.
Me and Clay, Clay's pretty good too. He plays a lot. I like to hang out with Bloss. Bloss is fun. He don't hang out with me anymore. He got a girlfriend now.
Oh yeah, he's got fan and chasing him around.
Yeah.
The girlfriends take over from there. Where's your favorite place to golf?
Oh, Riverbend, of course.
Yeah. You're a Riverbend guy?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had something today to eat, and now you bring up IHOP. It's the first time I've ever had this, by the way. I don't know how. I had chicken and waffles. What's your thought on chicken and waffles? I was not a fan.
I'm not a fan either.
Yeah. You know, it was
sweet and savory isn't my thing.
Yeah, I had, you know, first off, Jacob, he has the palate of a second grader, okay? He has chicken and cheese pizza. That's all he's allowed to eat. So we go and eat before we left here. So the only two places that leaves me to eat is Chick-fil-A or Slim Chickens. So we went to Slim's, and we've eaten there like 4 times in the last 36 hours. And I was like, well, I'm going to try something new today. So I tried the chicken and waffles, and I was like, I'm not a fan. So, yeah. Cade, are you a fan of chicken and waffles? Have you had it?
I've never had it.
Never had it. Try it once.
I will.
But I don't recommend it.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't like it, but I'll try it.
Are you big Thanksgiving guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? What's your favorite? If your go-to food Thanksgiving, what is it?
I'd say stuffing, homemade stuffing.
Really good. I like to eat everything.
Everything?
Everything's good. Turkey, ham.
All right, what kind of turkey do you like? Do you like a baked turkey or a roasted turkey?
Roasted.
A deep-fried turkey or smoked turkey?
A roasted turkey for sure.
Roasted? Yeah. Have you ever had smoked turkey?
I've never had anything other than roasted.
Oh my gosh, you guys are living we got to get you in a different world. I will do at least 3 turkeys for Thanksgiving that I will smoke. Wow. I'll put 2 of them in at about 7 o'clock in the morning. Those will come off at about 2, about 3. I put another one back on, and that's away at 10 o'clock at night when it's time for leftovers. We got fresh turkey coming in. I think we made 80 pounds of turkey last year for Thanksgiving.
Wow.
So for both families and stuff. Got a question here. What's the most extreme weather you've played in?
Definitely the worst was 8th grade state championship.
Yeah.
It was so cold. We were playing Belfry, and we were all bundled up, our whole team was, and we walk out in the field, and Belfry's got nothing on. They got no sleeves, no nothing.
They're made a little different.
And they absolutely rocked the second game, too. So
I'd say KCD not last year, my freshman year.
2 years ago.
Yeah,
it was cold.
I decided not to wear anything because why not?
Yeah.
I was an idiot.
You followed the lead from Coach Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. That didn't work out too well, did it? No.
Bad night.
That's okay.
Even though we won, but that was freezing.
Denise King says Chinese next Wednesday. Is that always a good deal?
Yeah.
Chinese. Everybody gravitates to Chinese food on Wednesday, right? Yeah. Hopefully we'll have. I don't know if we'll do it Tuesday or Thursday. We'll get our Thanksgiving meal. That's always phenomenal. We got some of the best lunches that we get here. Yeah. All right, you guys ready to play Pick Six? Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. I'll start with you, Stewie. All right. Locker room laughs, Friday night files, or rapid fire ridiculousness.
Oh, Friday Night Files.
All right, here we go. First thing that comes to mind when you hear the story, hear the name. Who's got the best nickname on the team, and what's the story behind it? As long as it's politically and allowed to be broadcast on television.
I'll say Max Burton. I call him Birdman.
Okay.
So I wasn't here yet. I used to go to Fairview, but when I moved here, everyone called him Bird, and I asked why, and they said it was because Coach Porter, who used to coach middle school basketball, he wore a shirt that said Freebird on it, and they just called him Birdman ever since.
So Max Burton is Birdman.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to remember that one. All right, here we go. What's the go-to post-game meal or snack after a big win?
Taco Bell or Applebee's, either or.
What are you getting at Taco Bell?
Some grilled steak cheese burrito.
Okay. Who's the most likely to forget their helmet before kickoff?
Gray Sanders.
I can vouch for that for sure. If your team had walk-up songs like baseball players, what would yours be?
Say just Grove Street.
Okay. Who's your unsung hero on the team that doesn't get enough credit?
I'd say Bowden, because he tells everyone what to do on the line. He's the leader of the offensive line. He has been for 2 years. When I was there last year, when I first got to actually get a taste of varsity football, he was a real big mentor for me and helped get me through the tough times that I'd experienced.
Carbell's a good one. Yeah. What's one word to describe your coach on game day? Remember, he is sitting right over on the other side of the bar.
I'd just say calm most of the time.
I don't buy that.
Some points.
Okay. Are you a cereal guy?
No, not really.
No, not okay. Little Debbie guy.
Yes.
All right. Top 3 Little Debbies.
I'd go Causing Brownie at 3, the oatmeal cream pie at 2, and then at 1, the vanilla Christmas tree cakes.
Okay. So you like the white Christmas tree
yes.
cakes? It's the 40th year of the Christmas tree cakes, right?
Yeah.
Do you like the chocolate Christmas tree cakes?
I don't like anything chocolate. Really.
I did. My wife did. Bought me 10 boxes of those. So they didn't have them last year. There was a shortage in chocolate, so we didn't get them last year, but we did get them this year. But I'm with you there with the chocolate Christmas trees and the white Christmas trees. All right, Cade, here you go. Locker room laughs or rapid fire ridiculousness?
Locker room laughs.
All right, here we go. Who is the biggest trash talker on the team, and can he actually back it up?
Shannon.
Marushi?
Yep.
Can he back it up?
Yeah.
Okay. What's one pregame superstition or ritual you swear by?
I don't know. I don't really have one.
Okay. If your coach had to play one down, what position would he play and how long before he would need a timeout?
Offensive line or fullback.
Okay.
And I'd give it a couple plays.
Couple plays?
Yeah. Orange Crusher, he'd be all right.
Little Orange Crusher, that's it? What teammate would you not trust with the team's group chat?
Jake Waller. He always finds a way to get in trouble when his mom finds out, so it's never good.
If your team had to karaoke after a win, what song are you grabbing the mic for?
Courtesy of Red, White, and Blue.
Okay.
Me and my brother.
All right, if you could trade places with any athlete for a day, high school, college, or pro, who would it be?
Joe Burrow, when he's healthy.
Do you want to play behind that offensive line?
I like the Bengals, so, you know.
All right, are you a cereal guy?
Yeah.
Top 3 cereals.
Cocoa Puffs, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I think they're called Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp,
or
yes.
Frosted Flakes.
Yeah,
I like
okay.
Frosted Flakes.
I see him in the hallway every morning. He's always got 2 things of cereal going through there. All right, Little Debbie guy? Yeah, all right, so 3 Little Debbies.
Collard Brownie's good.
Yeah.
I used to always eat the Christmas tree things. Those are always good. And you can never go wrong with oatmeal pie.
Okay, here you go. 3 strong ones right there. All right, and for the record, Thanksgiving lunch is Tuesday. So stock up for that. It'll be good. Guys, fun times. I know it sucks not being out there, but stay the course. It'll be there.
Yep.
All right, guys, have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. We'll step out for a break. Coach comes back in. We'll break down Nicholas County as we preview the matchup for Friday night as we continue our coverage here on Inside Raceland Football on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luz, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Soon, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products and an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe that strong communities begin with strong partnerships, and that starts with trust. Since 1932, we've proudly served the families and businesses of this region because your goals matter, your family matters, and your future should be built on a foundation you can count on and trust. Members Choice Credit Union. Your money, your future, your choice.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Border Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland. When you are hungry and on the go, stop by the Rams Dairy Bar for your next meal. Rams Dairy Bar offers mouth-watering cheeseburgers and hot dogs made any way you like them, with plenty of sides to choose from. Don't forget to grab an ice cream cone to go or a hand-dipped milkshake with a variety of flavors. Rams Dairy Bar also offers a full selection of flavored coffees to get your day moving in the right direction. The next time you're hungry and don't know where to go, swing by the Rams Dairy Bar, proud supporters of Raceland Athletics for over 25 years.
Coach, a little tardy to get back in the huddle here.
I was watching that intro.
Hey, we were talking about Major League Baseball, some big thing. Tariq Skubal has been named back-to-back AL Cy Young. Garrett Crochet got screwed. I'm sorry.
So back to my point earlier. Skubal back-to-back Tigers win the division.
Yeah.
Or make playoffs. There you go.
There you go.
Again, what is it, 6 teams that make the playoffs? It changes sometimes, and I'm a huge baseball fan, and all the way up till July 4th, like I'm really into it. But then the middle of July, I kind of lose it.
You kind of lose it when you get to football season.
Yeah, and I try to pick it back up, and it just becomes really difficult. Obviously, if the Reds are in there like they were this year, you kind of held on a little bit. But beyond that, even this year is tough because they're playing the Dodgers, and it's definitely past coach's bedtime. I can't do the West Coast stuff.
Yeah, West Coast is tough.
Yeah, and so it was just tough.
Yeah, a fun segment there with those two guys.
Yeah.
Again, two that you can tell the game of football means a lot to them, and losing an entire season, especially the way they did with the ACLs and stuff. I mean, it's a grind to get back, but the passion is there for the game.
Two great kids. I mean, both juniors, both been all the way through. Been in our high school program, played our middle school program. Projected to be starters in the rotation to start, compete for starting time. Obviously, all those things are earned, but they had went through the processes in the program to get there, and just unfortunate. And it's one thing, like to have an injury, and like Bloss. Okay, he missed 6 weeks, and that was unfortunate. But there was some light, although it was way out there for him. There was some light. Headley missed a few weeks, some starters, and there's some other guys I'm forgetting. But these guys, it's not till the calendar turns. And like this week, Bryden Bush, a freshman, returned to practice, and he got hurt our first weekend together. So right after July 10th, I think we came back on the 10th, 11th, and played 7-on-7 the 12th or something like that. He got hurt right out here. Had surgery immediately, and he got back to practice this week. And what a long road for him. 4 months. 4 months to the day, kind of getting back on the field. Just really feel bad for Cade and Jorden. Kids who, first of all, great students. Good in the classroom, good in the building. The other teenage boys, okay, they're not perfect. They carry on, and like they had a good time with you there. Look at their report card.
Yeah.
Kids that carry themselves the right way. Kids that, Jorden has a younger brother in our school. Obviously, Cade has an older brother who came through here. Guys that are just easy to root for, right? Those are the program guys that we talk about, the guys that really make the thing work. You know, not everybody's a chief, not everybody's a superstar, but it takes everybody pulling the rope in the same direction. That's who those guys are. Yeah. You have to hope, if there's any justice in the world, and sometimes I guess that's questionable, that their senior year will be the biggest year yet. And that's your hope, and that's what you hang to. When you're talking about guys that are religious about their therapy. Good story on Jorden today. He missed therapy. Of course, our therapist, Dave, texted me, said, haven't seen Jorden today. I said, well, Jordan's in the locker room. Let me talk to him. And he had a knee. Of course, he's rehabbing his knee, but he had an ingrown toenail today, so his foot was sore, and he knew he was going to do some things with his knee. And I said, therapy needs you, man. Go, see you. And he's like, man, my toe hurts. I'm like, I can't help you, man. PT's waiting. And so we're getting ready to practice about 2:30, 3 o'clock, whatever time it was. And he goes to therapy, and here I see him roll back in here about 90 minutes later, and we're out there practicing, And those guys are really, really committed to the process. And that's what I'm most thankful of. I actually talked to Dave this morning about our 2 ACL guys and trying to get a rundown of where we're at on injuries. And he's like, those 2 guys are doing everything the right way. And so I'm really excited about that, proud of their character. Those are some dark moments. Yeah. It's really hard for young kids to overcome those at times. And you worry about, in this day and time, people talk about mental health. And you really worry about that because they're in such isolation for a couple weeks because, they're immobile. Yeah. And we got some other kids, honestly, younger kids now that are going through that and, had to go on homebound momentarily for a while, a couple of them. And one of our kids still is on homebound. And so you want to get those kids around you and love them and let them be around their teammates because football's special on the field, sure, but the special part's in the locker room. That's where the brotherhood's forged. And so just really proud of them, excited for them in 26. I can assure you in 25, the next month, we can carry this thing out. There'll be nobody cheering louder or acting more crazy than Jorden. There'll be nobody probably more nervous or analytical than Cade. And those guys will be really rooting for us as we try to move this thing forward.
Let's talk about Nicholas County. Let's look at the numbers, Jacob, from back on week number 9 when you guys went up to Carlisle. Let's see if we got this right. Yeah, he did. There we go. 51-14 victory. 418 to 150 total yards of offense that night. Pretty balanced. You guys went through the air a little bit, had some explosive runs, but more importantly, the big number that jumps out there, a team that had the top runner in Class A, you held them as a team to 101 yards, and one of those came on a big run late in the game.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. Who's going to win? It's playoff football, right? Dog trying to cross the road to rush hour and teams who can't run the football, not going to survive. And that will be the first test on Friday. Who can run the football? Who can stop the run? They're going to try to line up and run the football. They did throw the ball a season high 18 times last game, I do believe. But that was directly reflected to us being able to stop the run. That's what brought that on. We were explosive out there last time. We had a home run on the first play of the game, another home run on the second series, both runs. And then from there, we were able to throw it around a little bit, made a couple big plays in the passing game. But that'll be the name of the game. Can we stop the run? The Simmons kid, of course, he has some ties to the area, being Coach Marsh's grandson from Ashland, and he's an outstanding high school football player. We played against him 4 years now, and a couple years ago we played against him, and he was in the box. He still plays inside linebacker, but he plays some defensive end and some tight ends, some offensive line, and then they moved him to the backfield. In the last 2 years, I do believe he's been the leading rusher in Class A on yards per game. Maybe not overall yards, because I know this year they had a forfeit as well, so they missed a game playing. But just a dynamic high school football player, physical, really got to rally to the ball and get multiple hats there, and that will really dictate the game. Because 4 threes is 12, and that will certainly be their game plan. Can they get 4 threes and get a first down and keep us on the sideline, not let us be explosive like you just showed there, and can they make the game short? And see if we can turn it over a couple times, and who knows where that may lead for them. And so we got to make sure that we're able to get off the field on third down. And when we have the ball, we got to take advantage of it. This is another one of those teams, like I spoke about at East Carter. Feel like if you can get some separation, probably their ability to come back gets really hurt, really diminishes just because of their, they're not really built to be an explosive team. But the longer the game stays close, one possession game, and people are able to stay in the fight, the confidence grows, and then you put yourself in a situation where anything can happen. And when you play elimination football, that's the last thing you want.
Look at the season numbers here as we talk about Wyatt Simons. 1,542 yards on the season, 21 touchdowns, averaging just over 154 a game. But you look at it there. No, that's the head-to-head matchup. Oh, okay, hang on. I looked at the screen wrong. My mistake. You can see there with the numbers by them, Coach. 279, almost 280 on the ground, 48 through the air. It's very, very evident they want to do one thing. They want to run the football. And again, like you said, you get a set of first downs, that's holding the ball for about another 3 minutes.
Yeah. 40 seconds on the play clock, that's 4 seconds, 40 seconds, 160 seconds, that's 2 minutes to 40 seconds, and referees be a little slow in there and round that thing up to 3 minutes, and next thing you know, half the quarter's gone, and they've got 2 first downs, and so you got to make sure you're mindful of that. Like I said, I think they threw the ball 18 times in our game, and maybe the last 2 games combined, they've thrown it not even 18 times, maybe like 12 or 13, I can't recall off the top of my head, so that's really the chess match, right? Can we get stops? They have great size on line of scrimmage. It kind of maybe doesn't go noticed or talked about. I think number 77 for them has played some split end and tight end in the past, is on the offensive defensive line there. And I think he was just named DKC Lineman of the Year, offense, defense, I'm not exactly sure. And they have some other linemen too. They have some real good size for a Class A team. Good, strong, young, boys. Country boys, country strong and have good size, and so he gets in behind there and he's got good vision and he's very he's a good athlete, and we're going to make sure we get him on the ground and we get them in third down in situations where they're not comfortable.
Now you guys had the running clock going up there going to halftime. They come out, had the football, and they held the football for the entire third quarter.
Yeah,
all 12 minutes of it. Yeah. And the 77 kid, Preston Blake, you talk about, he got a blocked punt when you guys had to kick it away and stuff. So. I mean, they have the pieces there. And again, this is not a team that's just going to lie down and just let you walk over top of them, regardless of what happened up in Carlisle 3 weeks ago. A prideful school that, again, Raceland and Nicholas County has a lot of ties to, and this game has a lot of meaning to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we have a lot of respect for, going back. Coach Claus is there now. I think the second or third year maybe. But, Coach Hopkins was there for a long time, and Coach Letcher. They're both back helping now. I think they got re-energized when they got turf. The guys that we have the utmost respect for. Guys that played, like Coach Hop, he played in the Raceland Nicholas district games. He was coaching, him and Coach Letcher. When a lot of our coaches that played here were playing, and there's just a lot of mutual respect there. And he played, Coach Vanderhoof in kind of the same era there, and just a lot of two-way respect there. And we feel like they do things right. They work at it. Obviously, their situation is different than ours. Everybody's situation is different, but at the end of the day, they make the best of what they got. And so they're 9-2. You saw the record there on the screen. They've had outstanding. I don't care who you're playing. You can get 8-9 wins and try to get to 10 wins in the season. It's been a good season. I was texting another local coach about today, and he said, we're 10-1. A big game Friday. So you won 10 games. That's an outstanding season. I don't care how you got them. I don't care. I don't care who you schedule, how it works. You win 10 of them. You can only play 15. That's phenomenal. And so, really excited about our kids. Our kids having the opportunity to play at home and really, embrace this challenge. And we were successful, 4 weeks ago, I guess, or 3 weeks ago down in Carlisle. Well, that has no bearing on Friday night. It's a total new, different game. And it's playoff football, and we haven't played in 2 weeks, so I would expect us to be hungry and really be ready to start fast.
7:10, our coverage will begin with countdown to kickoff. 7:30, we'll put it in the air. You can catch all the action right here on Kool TV, as we'll have live action of Nicholas County and Raceland, the second round of the Class A football playoffs. We'll break it all down next week, see what things come about from there. Again, there's a lot of stuff to talk about with a win on this one of where things go after that, and we'll break it all down when we get to that point. But big thanks to Cade and Jorden. Fun segment with them. Coach, always a pleasure. We'll talk to you next week and Friday night.
Yeah, thank you. Our game is going to be video too, right? Cool, yes. Cool TV, outstanding. I know our fans will like that. I know that you spoke about the weather earlier, but the weather Friday, I think, is a little bit more, November-ish.
It's supposed to be back in the 60s.
Yeah, I think I've peeked ahead. Sometimes I'm weather nut for Friday night, 7:30. Looks like 50 degrees.
Yeah.
So sign us up for that, right? That's what they call that prime football weather.
Absolutely.
So let's get the faithful out here and let's get after it.
Absolutely. All right, we'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. For Jacob Hankins, Coach Salmons, I'm James Collier. So long, everyone.
Thanks for watching this episode of Inside Raceland Football on Kool TV. Join us each Wednesday night at 7 for another episode as we break down everything with Raceland Rams football.